highlight. Like, I don't know what skin tone you... Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to sit down here. I went shopping with my husband for a little date today, and of course I found myself in Sephora just looking around. I wasn't gonna buy anything. And my baby's here because I just couldn't wait till she went to bed for me to make this video. So you might hear her playing on the floor right by me. But I went into Sephora and I saw this display and I was looking at it. I'm like, I think I've heard of Fenty, but I didn't know what it was. So the lady's like, oh, are you here to see the new Fenty? And I'm like, what is it? And she's like, oh yeah, it's Rihanna's new makeup line. And I'm like, what? Why haven't I heard of this? And so then she went on to just explain everything to me, and I ended up buying a few things. They all looked so cool. I'm going to show you guys what I got, and then I'm going to use it on my face. I still have my makeup on from today, but I'm going to take off all my makeup so I can give you guys my very first impressions of what I think about this makeup. The very first thing that she told me was that Fenty is actually Rihanna's real first name, which I didn't know. I do love Rihanna. I don't know why I didn't know that. But her real name is Fenty, so that's why it's called Fenty. She told me that there's no eyeshadows or eyeliners or anything else like that, that she just really wanted to focus on the skin. So first of all, she matched me to my foundation. She said that the foundation was supposed to be really amazing, and I loved the whole display and just everything behind the brand. It just was very simple, very clean, which is totally my style. So yeah, it's this black and white packaging. It's a glass bottle, which is really classy with this white cap. So it's really just simple and really beautiful. It says to shake well, which I don't know if I've ever seen that on a foundation before. So she matched me to my foundation, which is amazing because there's like 50 shades, I think. There's like the darkest of dark shades and the lightest of light. And I guess that's what Rihanna's vision was with this brand, is that people from all different countries, all different ethnicities could find a shade that would match them. So after she matched my shade, the lady at Sephora, she opened up this like little booklet, and it tells you which contour, which highlight, and which concealer that you should be using with this foundation, which was really cool. They had this little matchsticks trio that comes with the concealer, the contour stick, and the highlight. So I got that because otherwise they're $25 for each stick, or if you get the trio then it is $50, I want to say. And it's really cool. Everything is magnetic, like even the brushes are magnetic, and they're these honeycomb shapes, so you can kind of like put as many as you want together and just throw it in your purse, she said, and you can just pull it out, which I think is really cool. It's like this blush pink packaging, which is really pretty, and it has silver writing that says Fenty Beauty, if you can see that. So yeah, it's just really pretty packaging. It has a logo right there on the top. It's a stick, obviously. They didn't have any powder contour, and I don't usually love to contour with a cream, so I'm interested to see how this works out. As far as cream highlights too, I'm not a huge fan, but they did have some powder highlights, but I did buy the trio so I could kind of try it out and see. I did get a powder. They had 4 different powder highlights, and I ended up getting lightning dust and fire crystal. So same outside packaging, but then it looks like a honeycomb as well, and it's this white packaging, but it kind of has very slight iridescence to it. It has the 2 highlight shades, so it has one that's more intense and one that's more natural, I guess is what she said, and then you can kind of mix them together and decide what kind of look you want to go for. So I'm excited to try that. If I am going to love one of the products, I think it's probably going to be the foundation or the highlighter, because I am not a huge fan of cream contouring, but I could surprise myself, so we will see. So they had a range of highlighters. One of them, which you'll probably see in reviews around here on YouTube, was like this bright gold color, and I'm like, I don't know who could wear that as a highlight. It was like a bright gold. It was beautiful. I wanted it to use as like an eyeshadow or something like that. I didn't end up grabbing that. It looked really pretty. The lady who was selling me everything, she had it all over her eyes as eyeshadows, and it did look really beautiful. And then I got the darkest highlight in their range because I thought it would be really beautiful as a blush. It reminds me a lot of NARS Orgasm, but see, it's kind of like that pinky shade. One's like more glittery and then one's more matte. So I'm excited to try that as a blush because I really love those more corally pink blushes. And what else did I get? Oh, and then I got, she had only one lip gloss in her collection, and it is called the Gloss Bomb. The color is Fenty Glow, so I got that to try out today too. And it's supposed to be kind of like a plumping gloss, but it's this pretty pink, kind of, yeah, that like NARS Orgasm color. So I'll be trying that out for you guys today. Trying all of these products out for you today. I wanted to do my intro before I put it on because I'm so excited to just talk about it, but I am going to go ahead and take off all my makeup and start from scratch with this foundation and everything else. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so I removed all of my makeup and I applied my moisturizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with using the Backlight Priming Filter from Becca. The line did come with a primer as well, but I just couldn't get everything. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on my face. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the foundation. I am in the color 230, and this is called the Pro Filter Foundation. And they say it's a soft matte longwear foundation, and they say it is a medium to full coverage for all. It's long wear and light as air, so we'll see. They said to shake it well first. I kind of like more of a full coverage, so I might have to layer this a little bit. And we'll see. She did match me in there, but we'll see how well it really matches, right? Do another pump. And then I'm just going to take my Morphe 439 to blend that all in. They did have a really innovative foundation brush as well, but I wasn't able to grab it today. I applied that all over my face, and I am actually really surprised at how full coverage it is without feeling heavy at all. Yeah, I'm really surprised. It's covering up most of my brown spots and my redness, so I am really impressed, and I feel like it matches pretty well. I'll probably have to wait and rewatch this video because sometimes I think my foundation matches well and then I watch back and not so much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Match Sticks Trio, and I guess that I will use concealer first. I'm just gonna apply that where I would normally apply my concealer. I'm not used to like stick concealers, so this is a little different. I'm not sure this is gonna replace my Shape Tape because I'm kind of obsessed with that stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the contour stick. How I'm going to blend this in. I think I'm going to blend in the concealer with a beauty blender and then maybe the rest of it with a brush. She sold some sponges that looked kind of exactly like the Real Technique sponges, but they were going for like $16. I didn't pick those up, but she did have some sponges. They were kind of like a bluish color. that'll blend with that side of the Beauty Blender. So far, the concealer is kind of creasing a little bit. Probably not my favorite. Maybe I would use this stick on top of my concealer. I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna use up my foundation brush to blend the rest of this out. She did say that I could have used the darker color contour stick, but that kind of scared me. And it was more of like a warm tone, where I kind of tend to like the more cool toned colors. She also sold kind of like a translucent powder. Okay. I don't know, guys. My face does look more alive, doesn't it? Maybe I should have went with the darker color. I'm not gonna put extra concealer on the bottom of my eyes for the sake of this video, even though I really want to, because I don't know, I'm just feeling like I'm not getting enough coverage, but when I look in the viewfinder, it kind of looks good. I don't know, it is kind of creasing. Maybe I just need to set it with some powder. So I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I didn't get the powder that came with it, but it was kind of like a pressed powder that came in this collection. It was like a white color, so totally translucent and colorless. Okay, so I guess I should probably highlight my cheekbones at this time too. I'm just not used to the whole liquid game, or cream contouring game, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to use the stick on this side, and then I'm going to use the powder on this side so we can kind of see the difference. I mean, it is pretty. Maybe I'll do some on my nose where the powder hasn't hit yet. I'm just afraid the powder is going to cover all this up. Put a little on my chin. I do like that they all click together. It's kind of a fun design. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and apply powder to the rest of my face. I'm not going to go in with my MAC color powder. I'm just going to do this translucent powder all over my face. I'm just worried it's going to like cover up the contouring that I did with the sticks, but I do have to set my face with powder. No, I'm still seeing that contour on my forehead. Maybe I should have went for the darker color. It just scared me. So now I'm gonna go ahead off camera and do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and applied my brows. So for my eyeshadow, I am actually going to use some of the highlight powder products. The girl that was selling the product said that you could totally use this for eyeshadow as well. So I'm going to go ahead in this pink palette. I'm going to use this side right here. Ginger Blue is the name of the color. And I'm going to go ahead and take that on a fluffy brush. And I'm going to apply that to my crease. Not super pigmented, which, I mean, it is meant for to be a highlight on darker skin tones, so I mean, it's not an eyeshadow. It should look natural, which it does. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff that color onto my lower lash line. I feel like I want my under eye to be a little more light and bright, so I am going to take a highlighting powder from my Kat Von D palette, the Shade and Light palette. I'm going to mix these two lightest colors and apply them underneath my eyes. I'm really loving like the finish of this foundation is really beautiful. It's very natural. Then I'm going to use the other highlighter. I'm going to use the more matte side, and I'm going to pop that on my lid. I'm just going to use my finger. And that's not very pigmented as well. I wonder how that would work as a highlight powder. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take this brighter, more intense highlight shade. I'm just going to pop that on the center of my lid. And that is really pretty. That's beautiful. And I'm not trying to flip you guys off or anything. For some reason, I just always want to use my middle finger to apply eyeshadows. I'm going to take this teeny tiny brush and go ahead and apply that lightest, brightest shade on my brow bone. And that is beautiful as a brow highlight. And I have been failing to find something that I like more than that sleek highlight that I have. But this, I really do love. I really do love that on the brow bone, so I'm excited to see what it looks like on the cheeks. And then off camera, I'm just going to go ahead and apply some mascara and some eyelashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and applied some mascara and some lashes. So I am going to go ahead and apply the highlighter to my cheekbones and try out that darkest highlighter as a blush. I'm going to go ahead and use this darkest highlighter, and I'm going to go ahead and use this more matte color on this side of my face and the more shimmery color on this side of my face. Okay, so this is the more matte color. Oh, that's pretty as a blush. That's really pretty. I don't know, it's kind of just applying it right where I put it down right at first though. So maybe I'll try and use a more of like a stippling brush. See if that distributes the product more evenly. That is really pretty. But it is kind of just applying product where I set down the powder. See how it's more pigmented right there? And then I'm not sure I can get it to blend up very well. It's kind of not blending up very well. So that's strange. I'm going to go ahead and go in with more shimmery side and apply that on this side of my face. And I'm going to go ahead and use the stippling brush to see if it will apply more evenly. That's a lot more pigmented. But it is kind of applying patchy. I'm not sure if I'm in love with it, you guys. As a blush, it might be beautiful as a highlighter on darker skin tones, but as a blush, I love the color, but it's just not applying like I would like it to. I would much rather use my NARS Orgasm or my Milani Luminoso. So, not a huge fan of how that was applying. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face with the highlight shade. So on this side of my face, I'm going to use the more matte color, and on this side of my face, the more shimmery color. So this side of my face will be Lightning Dust, and this side Fire Crystal. And this is supposed to be more of a subtle highlight, and actually it is really beautiful. I'm starting to see it. It is very subtle and just kind of gives you that glow from within. So I am impressed with this. This is beautiful. I'm going to use the more shimmery side on this side of my cheek, which I have been really excited about because I like a highlight that can like send signals to the moon. Oh yeah, this highlight is a win for me. That is so pretty. But honestly, you guys, like where I applied that cream highlight, my foundation is really breaking up. And even in the places where I didn't have powder yet, like I don't know if you can see like on my nose and on my chin, and even where I put the contour on my forehead, and I tinted my hair a little bit orange too, but it is really breaking up my foundation, which I don't love. I've never been a huge fan of cream contouring, and so it might not be the products, it might just be me, but it might be the products too, because it's actually breaking up my foundation. So unless I'm supposed to be using them somehow differently, like I'm supposed to put them on first and then the foundation over top, but I can't imagine that you would still see the contour. I am impressed that you can still see the contour after I put powder on top. That being said, like, I think the finish of this foundation is really beautiful. It's a lot more full coverage than I thought it was going to be. The highlight is beautiful. The darkest highlight as a blush, I'm gonna have to say no. So I kind of was impressed with half of it and really unimpressed with half of it. Really unimpressed with the sticks. I really wish she would have come out with a powder contour instead of all cream contours, because I really like to contour with a powder. I am really happy that she came out with a powder highlight, because I love this and I have been having a hard time finding a highlight I like as much as I like my sleek one, and this one is really, really beautiful, so I will be using this quite a bit. As for the foundation, I love it a lot too. I think the coverage is beautiful. She really did a good job at matching it to my skin tone. I will have to wait to see like how it wears all day long, but first impressions, I really like this. I really like the highlight. I really don't like these, and I really don't like using this as a blush. Although it does look really pretty now that I'm looking at it like as a blush, so maybe I need to give it another chance, but it did go on really patchy. Maybe I'm using the wrong brush. I don't know. It might just be beautiful on those darker skin tones as a highlight though. And I forgot to try on the lip gloss, so I'm gonna try on that lip gloss for you and see what I think. This was $18 for a lip gloss, so, and it was the only shade that she came out with in her collection. It smells a lot like, oh my gosh, something in my childhood. I'm not sure what it is, but maybe it's like those Bonnabelle lip glosses or something, but it has like a very strong cherry scent, which I really like. But if you don't like fake cherry scent, you might not love this. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on my lips. Really is a beautiful color. It gives you kind of like that ultra shine, but it feels really soft and buttery, so I think this is a win too. And it is that little honeycomb shape too, so, and I love the way it smells. It's bringing me back to my childhood. I don't know why. And the more I'm looking at everything, like, it really is giving me a beautiful finish to my skin. But I don't know if you can tell on this side how my foundation is breaking up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I kind of let you know all my thoughts. Let me know if you have any other questions. I can do a video all about how it wears throughout the day if you guys would like something like that. So let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and don't forget that it's okay to be confident. It's okay to be real, and you are beautiful. See ya.